You are on bond for an assault in this case, and you've now picked up a new case. What happened to the violation of protective order, please?
Yes, Your Honor. On March 18th, 2025, Harris County, Texas, the officer met with defendants for a BPO call for service. The officer met with defendants when he filed with the defense, sent her threatening text messages and called her 21 times. Claiming received calls for 1 day after the 61-day protective order expired. The defendant has a no contact order in place out of court 5.
You don't get it. You don't get it. I only have one thing to do. I'm sorry, I'm revoking your bond, putting you in jail. I ordered you not to do something and you're doing whatever you want to do. Doesn't work like that. There are serious consequences. Goes with you.
Who is this judge?
This is Montes.
Did you want another motion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm putting a new MOA on him, and I'm going to advise him that if he violates it again, we'll have a hearing to hold him at no bond. Okay? Because the second one, I can have a hearing. I will only touch the assault case, and I'm going to put it at 5,001. He has made bond on the VPO.
He was given a PR.
They gave him a PR bond on the VPO. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to keep the PR bond on the VPO as well. Mr. McBroom, just,
Well, Judge, there were multiple orders in this case for bond conditions, and the one that ordered no contact was not labeled in order in the computer, so I didn't see it. There was another one that was no threatening or harassing, and a third one, and that was blank, and all it said was all conditions to be supervised by the department.
That means they're following the conditions in the state's motion filed on that same day.
say it again.
Oh.
That
right.
order will mean that they're supposed to be following the conditions in the state's motion that are filed on the same day as that transfer order.
Tell him ad nauseum, you know. I'll leave the VPO as is, okay?
Yeah.
I'm putting a new protective order in today, and I'll advise him that he's not to have contact with this person. And if he does again, I'll have a hearing to hold him at no bond. Okay? So, yeah, the VPO, he's made bond 2,500, and at the assault, I'm putting it at 5,001. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Good morning, Mr. Jordan. So you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On March 27, 2025, an officer was working a second job at Dick's Sporting Goods in Harris County, Texas, and was approached by the store manager, the witness. This advised the officer that the defendant walked into the store with another individual, and the witness advised the officer the other individual with the defendant walked out of the store without paying for any merchandise. The complaining witness stated he wanted the defendant to trespass because the defendant was seen on camera attempting to cover the individual while the individual was stealing merchandise. The officer stopped the defendant at the front entrance of the store, and the officer stated the defendant would be trespassing the store. The defendant became irate and more aggressive. The officer ordered the defendant to place his hands behind his back and place handcuffs on the defendant's right wrist. The defendant twisted his body and tensed his muscles. The defendant, with a great amount of force, threw his left arm forward and threw his left arm backwards towards the officer. The officer attempted to gain control of the defendant's left arm. The defendant began pulling away, and the officer to grab the defendant's body with both arms and guide the defendant toward a rack where the officer was able excuse me, Your Honor, tongue twister, where they were able to contain the defendant. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license.
What's he under arrest for?
I believe he was under arrest for trespass originally, Your Honor.
Oh.
We have, yes, Your Honor. We just have a brief moment.
Are you losing? Are you losing?
Your Honor, the only thing I have is that the suspect began acting irate and clearly becoming more aggressive, and then the officer went to detain the suspect by grabbing his right wrist.
No. All right. When you get into a pissing match with the people who have the power of arrest, who's going to win every single time? You know what I mean? Every single time. Sometimes it's better to tuck your tail at times because you may end up winning in the long run. I'm going to find no probable cause in the case. Just be careful, man. I probably wouldn't go back to the sticks because it's not going to go well. You know what I mean? All right, hang tight.
I am here on Destiny Drake Osby. Yesterday, you ordered that she appear today. I was appointed last Friday. She caught a new ag assault family member in another court.
Now,
She is in court eight's holdover right now.
do you mind bringing her, please?
Last name is Drake-Osby. The case before you, like I said, it was recently appointed a week ago today. It looks like the arrest was the following day.
The judge just dropped a classic Bond warning here, and he means business. When he says, if the battery dies, so will your bond. He's not joking. A scram monitor tracks alcohol through your sweat 24/7, and failing to charge it is treated like tampering with evidence. What do you think, fair rule or too strict for minor slip-ups?
For whatever this new thing is.
This for the,
Well, no, the new law violation that she caught in felony
let's,
court.
hold on before, because I want her to hear everything.
Gotcha.
I mean, Sean. You're on bond for DWI with us, and you've now picked up an aggravated assault with family. You might dismiss Drake Osby. What happened in the ag assault, please?
Yes, Your Honor. On April 1st, 2020, as first specified, the plaintiff and the defendant are exes from a prior dating relationship. On April 1st, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an address in Harris County, Texas, responsible for disturbance call. The complainant stated there was a verbal altercation when the defendant took the complainant's cell phone. The defendant then entered the bedroom and began striking phone and objects to break it. The complainant was able to retrieve his cell phone, at which time the defendant began to strike the complainant in the head and torso with a closed fist, causing him to fall on the ground. The complainant was able to walk away, and the defendant grabbed a metal object and struck the complainant in the head and arm, causing 2 lacerations on his left eye and a laceration on his right eye, and multiple scratches on both arms. The defendant then jumped the fence and fled the scene. The object was a solid metal bracket, 12 to 16 inches in width, made of heavy gauge steel designed to hold 2 cylindrical metal tubes and holds multiple sharp triggers. The item is manufactured for law enforcement officer use as a mounting or deployment device for entire deflation.
And all this over a phone? Ms. Drake Osby, I now have to revoke your bond in our case as well. I'm sorry, so I'm gonna set it at 5,001. You've still not made bond on the felony case, so if you do, I mean, we can talk, but John, I think he's set for when? She's set for,
514, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
okay, do you want to do, I guess, the day after then?
You look at one other thing, Judge.
Well, I think the felony is actually set for Monday. Our case before this one was caught up was when she was reset for 514.
It's up to, I'm good with whatever you want to.
I'm actually looking, I don't have any new discovery to look over because this case is so new. There weren't even any body cams for me, so I'm pretty much waiting on everything. I'll leave it where it is and I'll monitor things and see what's going on with the felony case, Judge.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
So I've got a couple to talk to you about.
Okay.
Start with the easier one first. Mr. Ally,
Marquise Heller?
yes,
Is he in prison?
no, he's on bond. He had a violation because apparently he was random drug tests.
Oh, right. Is he here?
He is here. He went and he's tested. He came back negative, which is positive. But I think there was a miscommunication or a misunderstanding about him having to go drug test. He's got a pretty extensive orange sheet. And he's doing a mental health PTI, which
Remember.
he's done the interview. We're just waiting on the report. So I think it may have just, when he missed the drug test, just a misunderstanding, miscommunication as to what the bond conditions were.
Edward Johnson?
Did you get the report on Ally yet?
I get those emails. I don't think I can.
I haven't gotten one, but I did speak
Been
with.
waiting, it's been a long time.
Well, they do them in batches rather than piecemeal. And so we just,
I mean, he went and did it at least 60 days ago, no?
I don't think it's been 60, maybe 30, 45-ish, but he has gone. I did speak with the Harris Center and he,
I remember you told me that it went.
yeah. We're just waiting, and the Harris Center, I know that they're very overwhelmed and understaffed and
Right, I get it. What do you want to do?
what, like I said, he's here, his clean, if we
That's
could.
good.
Yes,
Okay, I mean, he's clean, which is great.
Yeah.
Right, so let's set it, I don't know, maybe a week.
okay,
If it's not back in a week, I'm gonna call it. I'll figure it
okay, perfect.
out. Who's
Let's do
next?
that. Mr. Jorge Pena, he's in custody. He has a fugitive case,
Is it what case?
a fugitive case.
Okay, oh, hi,
And,
Amy.
he would like to speak to you about getting a new lawyer.
About a bond?
No, he wants a new court-appointed lawyer. And
Do you mind bringing out Jorge Pena, please? Pena, please.
I don't want to presume to speak for the court,
Is it
but
upset with you? I find that really hard to believe, really. You're about-
Judge,
And you go to bat, so I don't get it, right?
this is the first
He
time.
thinks he can get a different result. Is it just because of the fugitive case?
So he has a fugitive case and a local case, which makes it a little more complicated.
He's made bond on the local case, which is good, so the 15 days. Did he waive or did he refuse? Okay. He looks young, huh? Rick, did you find something?
No, Judge, I don't have the website, Judge. If you can pass that along, I'll try.
You what?
I don't have the website.
You are, okay.
Judge,
Let me just make sure.
the locator system says it won't work.
Say it again?
The locator system said that it will not work, within 48 hours of them being placed into U.S. custody. I'm not sure if it has been the last 48 hours that she's been detained by ICE.
You want, hey, it looks like I've got the boyfriend here. Do you want me to get the phone number for this person and I'll give it to you, Rick? You talked to him? Or have you already talked to
I've
him?
been talking to him, Judge. I do have it.
And what's he saying?
He says that tells me that ICE has her.
That ICE has
I
it.
don't have any, yes, I don't have a verification of it.
Okay, so why don't we do
Apparently-
this? Because state is saying that within 48 hours of them taking, they can't verify it. I guess it takes a bit to hit the system, you know?
Oh, I see, yes.
And
Mhm.
when did they allegedly get her?
Yesterday, it showed that she was out on bond, but she didn't appear yesterday. So apparently,
Judge, if you'd
maybe
like,
a couple of days
contact-
before.
Say it again?
It does give a number for the field office. If you'd like me to reach out and contact them.
Yeah, but you got a lot, I mean, you got a lot of stuff here going on, you know?
County doesn't have a right, Judge?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can, you should get that deeply involved, you know what I mean? Because I don't want you to do something that you get in trouble, so. The hold was lifted 3/16. Rick,
Okay, Judge.
so that's been 2 weeks.
Wow. So apparently that's where she's been. I've had no contact with her, Judge.
I mean, if
But,
we can't verify that she's in custody, because I can't, then I'm gonna revoke the bond.
Right, right. I understand.
So I guess,
Maybe-
do you want to see if the guy that's here can provide proof that she's in other than his word?
Right. He tells me that he has a immigration attorney for her. So let me speak to him, Judge. I'll talk to him and then I'll get back with you.
He has like a folder with a bunch of stuff.
Do you have his phone number?
Yes, I do, Judge.
Okay, Do you speak English?
Yeah, I speak English.
Okay, so her lawyer is going to call you now. We need proof that she's actually in immigration custody.
Number and everything, of course, it and everything. She has court Monday with my immigration, where immigration lawyer, I'll sponsor her and everything.
Okay, so go out there, speak to the lawyer to see what kind of proof that you can bring us and let us know. And
Okay, yeah, I got all the paper you need. Okay.
he's going to call you now.
Okay.
Okay,
Will do, Judge. Thanks.
thanks, Rick. Hey, after this, I'll hit you up, Joseph. Pena.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Pena, you were wanted out of another state. And I guess your lawyer there are two things. You're not happy with Anna here. And so we need to talk about number one. Number two, a lot of times when people have fugitive cases, they ask for me to set them a bond so they can get out and go turn themselves in. I don't know. I don't know why you're wanted out of the other state. All I know is that you have an open DWI now. And within the last, year and a half, you've picked up 2 other cases with me in this court. So I know you because you keep picking cases up. So I don't care if you have Jesus here. It don't matter who you got, where she's as that good, right? I don't know if I'm going to give you a bond because all I know is you keep picking cases up. And you're only 23. So Amy, tell me about Mr. Penn.
Yes, he's born out of Newton County, Indiana, corrupt business influence, forgery, fraud, and identity deception. This was issued May 14th of 2024. He of course has local cases for DWI, 415. Let me see what else.
What's he wanted for? What was the first part?
Corrupt business influence, forgery, fraud, and then identity deception.
Corrupt business influence, forgery, and fraud. Do we know that they want him?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a bond that's been set there?
I don't have any information about bonds. Also, day is coming up in 5 minutes if we're discussing bond.
Okay. So tell me, what's going on?
Mr. Pena, I don't want to get too far into attorney-client
Sure, of
communication.
course.
He would like to ask for a new appointed lawyer.
Why?
Well, me and her had a conversation, like, there's nothing against her, but, we just had a conversation and I didn't think that
She's fighting for you?
you could
She's
say-
one of the biggest junkyard dogs that we have here. There's no one that fights more than she does.
No,
She's better than most attorneys I even see here. I'm telling you, she's amazing.
no, I believe you. You could be saying the truth, but,
I am saying the truth.
no, I know you are. I believe me. And, just off the fact, the case, the other price case that you did bring up, I haven't had, it was a year and a half already, and it's only been for for protection. Like my other cases, I'm not no bad dude that robbery or they're all gun charges. And that's just on the behalf of the landscaping business that I got, that every time when I'm in the backyard or so, somehow they're always trying to steal the back of the trailer. That's the only reason. And the only cases that I got, I don't got no evading arrest, no like robbery or however you.
I don't know, but we have another prosecutor that's coming up to speak about this as well. I'm not going to give you another lawyer. This is a lawyer that we've given you. We only have a couple lawyers who do these types of cases regardless.
Right.
So,
The only thing I was gonna, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Okay.
The only one I was gonna ask you was I was trying to get the lawyer that fought for the 2 gun charges. I don't know, Mr. Some with, I just forgot. I think he's an Italian dude.
those cases you had,
They have the same guy. And I really thought it was him right here.
oh, it is Greg.
I know why you look familiar. Yeah,
Yeah, Greg, you represented Mr. Pena on both of his prior cases.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why when I looked at it, I was like,
So look, the only way you can have Greg is you can hire him. Otherwise, you got Anna. Okay?
oh, yeah, he's getting, oh, now he charges that. Look at
I always charge, I don't know what you're thinking.
All All right, we're gonna put you back because we're waiting on another lawyer to come up here.
Let me go back and talk.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what's called a conditional bond. The defendant stays out of jail, but only by following strict rules. Notice how the judge includes things like no driving, interlock devices, and proof of sobriety. It's basically a last warning before jail time. Question for you. Would you trust someone with a DWI history to drive again under these conditions?
Good morning, or good afternoon, whatever it is.
What happened, Dave? Are you upset
Too
with
late, Judge. I didn't, I missed that you set a $5,000 bond on Anna's other client.
Look, I didn't see very much violent history. I saw that this is yes, but it's been 5 years since he's gotten in trouble. Do you have something to add? I'm all ears.
Well, I let Amy prepare it, so I'm gonna just let sleeping dogs lie. I just, yeah.
I didn't see much violent history. I saw DWI, I saw dating, but those back in 15 and 16, you know.
It was I mean, it's already done, so it's, at this point,
Do you have something that's truly aggravating that would give cause for concern?
well,
I know the facts of this case, right?
and, well, the argument I would have leaned more towards is not the, necessarily the physical danger, but it's the flight risk of it and the aggravating circumstances of what he's wanted for, but,
Hey,
yeah.
if you run, can't run forever. We'll get you eventually, number one. And the worst part about the case that I saw, gets out of the car, puts her in a full Nelson. I didn't have anything more than that, you know, there's no blood, there's no, you know, the history was, you know.
It was more flight risk and the fact that one of the conditions, well, if we're talking about the warrant.
It was a 2B.
It was a 2B and one of the conditions they asked was no contact, was my understanding, the complainant's in the gallery.
But she came on her own accord.
No, I understand, but it's the same as domestics here is, I understand that there are obviously willing complainants or recanting complainants, but in the domestic part of things.
But if it's a 2B, he hasn't been ordered by the court. So he doesn't know,
No, I know, and I
he's
was.
not on notice.
No, my argument wasn't, he wasn't violating any bond conditions, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is if one of the concerns, right, is that they would go out of their way to put it in the teletype and to the warrant to us, that it is a concern that they have contact, is one of the things that would facilitate and ensure the no contact instead of him being free and odds, cash in my pocket
I assume
says,
so.
Yes.
right, but cash in my pocket.
And Anna's gonna let him know, so that he now knows.
But anyway, all that said is, it's already done, so I'll move to the next.
Okay, Mr. Pena, thank you for smoothing that over. He would like to ask the court for a fugitive bond. I told him it was a long shot, but I was not going to presume to speak for the court.
We need to bring someone out. Please, Pena, please.
You and Ricardo are getting some wins.
Hey, Vic, do you want to go through the list? Or no? You're not ready?
Well, you weren't here yesterday.
That's true. That's true. I'm also wildly sleep deprived. The intake wasn't too bad last night. It was just, it was a steady flow. Not too bad. Just a little tired. Yeah. It's good fun.
Three on one, two, yes. Two sisters. Brad.
Did you want to go over to?
Yeah.
Page 5, Davis. Seth or Raymond failed to appear first time.
Right. 2501.
Right, page 7, Estrada. How much is that?
5001 on the DWI.
Ready for the next one?
No, give me 1 second. Let me finish the bail order. Okay, who's next?
Next, Judge, is page 13, Jenkins. That already felt to appear first time.
2501. Okay. I'm not happy with you, and the thing is that, Mr. Pena. Since you've been an adult, you've picked up 1 to 2 cases every year. It would scare me to let you out because I don't know what you're going to do. The last thing I want is for me to let you out and you leave just a path of destruction like the Tasmanian devil. You now have a DWI here. You're wanted for 3 charges in, where was it again?
Indiana.
In Indiana, you're hopscotching states with criminality. And you're only 23. I don't feel comfortable giving you a bond because I don't think that you will comply with the court orders. Sure, just don't talk about the cases.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about, sir, believe me, I understand where you're coming from, because it's probably not the first time you see it, but, my cases are not, never hurting nobody. I'm not a menace to society.
What else was it?
Your Honor, it's fraud, identity deception, forgery, corrupt business influence,
But nothing with, no disrespect to you, I promise, no disrespect, but nothing that has, that I hurt somebody or make somebody do that they didn't want to, or like.
Have an open DWI.
For doing a favor.
Stop.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah, sorry.
if you go out there and you kill a family of 4, do you think, well, he was going to try to help someone? Do you think they care?
I was asking her, I was like, at least, because my mom, it's the Indiana case is like 14 hours if I'm not mistaken, and well, my mama don't got enough money to be going back and forth. So that's why I was asking her. I'm like, if he, I'll do anything that however he feels comfortable, like however you want. I was like, can he at least put me a monitor to drive with my mom over there at least one time? Because I haven't seen my mama, and I'm not gonna be able to see my mama if I end up going all the way to Indiana, because she don't got enough funds to even go over there like every week. And sir, like, believe me, I'm not no bad
My
person.
concern is whether you get to see your mom. You know what I mean?
Understandable. Oh, that's understandable. No
My
disrespect.
only concern is that you get to Indiana to
Yes, sir.
charges.
Yes, sir.
Now, the problem is that you refused extradition. So you aren't even earning credit now toward, because when someone waives extradition, we give that other state
Yes, sir.
14 days to come get you.
Yes, sir.
And if they don't come get you,
Yes, sir.
then Harris County releases you.
Yes, sir.
Right? The warrant don't go away.
Yes, sir.
That warrant will also remain.
Yes, sir.
But at this point, I just don't feel comfortable giving you a bond, Mr. Pena. You're just too young. You keep picking up criminal cases, and it scares me.
Well, can we come to like an understanding? Like, let's just say I do suppose, like, however you think that I'm finna do, I'm eventually gonna come back, and I'll do more time than I have to. But I'm giving you my word that
I don't feel comfortable, Mr. Pena.
That's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Because the
Judge.
problem is that with the cases that you had with us, I also had to revoke your bond on those cases when you were just here with us.
Yeah,
You failed to appear on one of your cases, and that's just here in Harris County. On one of the gun cases, you took off and we had to issue a warrant for your arrest.
No. Okay.
And Judge,
The bond's at 1,001.
just if I may, I believe both of the gun cases were ultimately dismissed.
One was dismissed, the other one.
One was not.
Oh, okay. I apologize for my misunderstanding. I thought they both.
So he probably pled to one where they dismissed the other one.
Okay.
He was on bond and he picked up a new case. That's what it.
No, it was a
No.
year after. But actually, and part of housekeeping, if you wanted to go forward with the 2-year rule, or if you didn't want to.
Okay. So his DWI is in court 15. I don't know if they're going to send that back because of the.
We killed the 2-year rule.
Oh,
Oh,
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
like, when was it like a month ago or so?
oh.
Yeah, so there's no
That's why
more.
it's okay. I thought it
Okay.
It's still like all fresh and new. We have to update the court rules, but as far as
Okay,
the 2-year rules now, gone.
was- Okay.
okay.
Yeah, because the problem is that judges would get too, you'd end up seeing the same people over and over, and then is it really fair because you end up, right? You
That makes
start
sense.
developing a relationship and you start treating them differently as you would.
Right.
So that's why. So now you refuse. I'm not going to give you a bond. So you have two options. You can, if you want to continue to refuse, they will go get a governor's warrant from Indiana to forcing Indiana to come get you, but that will take 90 days. If you want to waive now, you can waive now, and give them 14 days to come get you. I'll let you talk with Anna to make the decision to let you know what you want to do.
And he did sign the waiver, just,
Oh, okay, all right,
so.
got it.
Time started yesterday?
I just start
Right now,
So they'll have.
the time that you waive,
they'll have-
which is right now.
Yeah, I had signed the paper, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I sure did. Cause she said it starts at 12, that day that I signed my paper.
Okay.
It's up to them whether they want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, at
No, it
first,
shows a refusal.
it was I had signed for the 90 days, and she said tomorrow you got an option or to tell your lawyer that, you could change your mind tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I was like, when did the day start? She's like, tonight at 12.
Refusal.
Yeah, so they'll have until the 18th.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, man. No, you don't
Yeah.
worry about it. I appreciate you.
Okay.
You're doing your job. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Appreciate you, Judge.
Okay.
And take care.
Whoa, pause right there. This is where the stakes get real. The judge is warning Joshua Jones that one more DWI isn't just a fine or probation, it's a felony, which can mean years in prison and a permanent mark on his record. You can feel the tension building here. Quick question for you all. Do you think repeat offenders deserve harsher sentences? Or should the focus be on rehabilitation?
Good morning, Ms. Hodge. Ma'am, you're charged with resisting arrest or search. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do a probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
Your Honor, on March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer observed a vehicle traveling 55 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone and made a traffic stop. Upon contact with the defendant became irate and demanded the law enforcement officer's name and badge number before answering a FaceTime call and becoming distracted. The defendant advised that her driver's license was expired and that she only had a passport. Vehicle registration was also expired. Law enforcement officer asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle and the defendant ignored the commands. Law enforcement officer then opened the defendant's door and again ordered the defendant to step out of the car and informed her she was under arrest for interfering with public duties. The law enforcement officer then removed the defendant from the driver's seat and forced the defendant to the ground. After being detained, the defendant refused to get into the back of the law enforcement officer's vehicle and began to kick out towards the deputies. In the process, the defendant struck the law enforcement officer in both thighs several times. The law enforcement officer was eventually able to force the defendant into the vehicle.
She get charged with assault on the peace officer?
No, Your Honor, she did not.
Very lucky. Extremely lucky that you're not charged with 2 additional felonies. Ms. Hodge, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. So can you run her license, see if she has a valid license, please? If you do not have a Texas driver license and a liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive, and I will make that a condition of your bond. When you get into a pissing match with people who have the power of arrest, who wins? Right. Take that into account. A lot of times, something like this ends up in a ticket, you know?
She's not eligible.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition, and you're now going to sign an affidavit with me today, which is a promise that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. There's no justification you can give for driving. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. Do not drive. If you want to drive, go get a license, get insurance, and I'll happily take this restriction off. That's the only condition I'm placing on you now. Don't drive unless you have those, and then you get approval from us. Because you have a lawyer, Ms. Hodge, I will waive your appearance. Meaning you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Ms. Barnes. She'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest as well. Okay, so I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive, and after that, you guys are out of here. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are Mr. Guardiaj.
Watcha.
Yes. You were charged with racing on a highway. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was informed of a group of modified vehicles were going to be racing on the West Loop South Freeway. The law enforcement officer with the location observed vehicles traveling in a pack and began to trail the vehicles. Law enforcement officer witnessed 4 vehicles line up side by side at match speeds of 60 miles an hour and then simultaneously accelerate to speeds over 100 miles an hour. 3 of the vehicles that lined up and participated in the second drag race. A traffic stop was initiated and the defendant stated that he was on speed.
Do we have any of the co-defendants?
We do not, Your Honor. I believe
Who's the only one?
individual was detained on the traffic stop from another officer.
Do you mind running his license, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I do not currently have a driver's license. So take it to me.
Mr. Guarcha, you are not allowed to drive. I am putting this condition on you now, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, if you become a danger to my community, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know if you're in this country with permission, but if you're not, and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it daily, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. That's usually about a 6 to 9 month process. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. I'm absolutely serious when I mean no driving. I don't care what your excuse is, sir. If I find that you get into a car and drive, and I don't care if it's to the little Piggly Wiggly, it's not going to go well for you. I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We'll have you sign a reset. And after that, you'll be out of here, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please.
Have a wonderful day.
Good morning, Mr. Robichaud. Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On March 29, 2025, the officer was advised, an officer was advised the defendant exited a Target store with approximately $100 scooter, passing all points of sale without attempting to pay for it. The officer arrived at the store location and was advised the defendant placed a scooter in the rear of his motor vehicle and drove away from the scene. The officer initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle and detained the defendant. The officer observed the scooter in the back of the motor vehicle. The officer confirmed the scooter was stolen by contacting the complaining witness, and the officer identified the defendant by entering his name, date of birth, and used a prior booking photo to match the offense.
Can you run his license, please? See if he has a license.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's expired, sir.
Stop.
Silent, Your Honor.
Mr. Robichaud, I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care what the kid has to go. They got to go to the hospital. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm also ordering you from going to any Target whatsoever, anywhere.
So I do have a valid insurance. I need to renew my license, absolutely. I agree.
If you have valid insurance, but you still don't have a license, that valid insurance is squat because you don't have a license.
Sir, I understand. I know I made a mistake. Yes, sir. Huh?
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
Yes, sir, not at the moment.
Brandon's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you fill it out and I'll see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you. We are going to make bond conditions for you not to go to any target. You're going to sign it. Do not pick up a new case. Do not endanger my city. Otherwise, I'm going to make your bond so high. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Don't pick up any new cases.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, head on over there and then we'll have you fill everything out, sir.
Okay.
All right, good morning, Miss Lee. Ma'am, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. On June 16th, 2023, a law enforcement officer conducted an investigation and made contact with the complaining witness. The complaining witness stated she was in the leasing office at an apartment complex when the defendant entered after she was given a criminal trespass warning. The defendant was yelling during business hours while the complaining witness had future residents in the lobby and office. The law enforcement officer issued a written criminal trespass on June 2nd, 2023. The defendant stated she understood the criminal trespass warning at the time. The law enforcement officer attempted to make contact with the defendant who refused to answer the front door, but yelled she was not going to open the door unless the law enforcement officer had a warrant. The defendant was identified by her.
Does she live there?
Yes.
I do not have any facts that demonstrate that the officer's sworn statement.
Okay, so let's do this. Miss Lee, I'll appoint you a lawyer today so we can get to the bottom of it and then I can make a ruling a little bit later. What I'll have you do is I'll just have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat. Let me appoint you a lawyer and then we'll have them investigate a little bit further, okay? Please.
Right this way.
Judge, can you sign bond conditions on Dominique?